If Israel really does hit Iran, the entire region explodes. That means Gaza, Lebanon, Syria, the Gulf, everyone gets dragged in. So Trump's Gaza plan might not even matter if the sky over Tehran lights up next week. Trump says Israeli PM Netanyahu supports the plan, but support doesn't mean trust. Netanyahu has a track record of publicly agreeing, then quietly expanding settlements. Trump's plan doesn't change that maths. Meanwhile, 8 key Muslim-majority countries have welcomed the ceasefire, but with conditions. They oppose West Bank annexation. They want reconstruction, no mass displacement, and real two-state negotiations. They are basically saying, okay, Trump, you started this fire. You don't get to be the hero for putting out half of it. This is the first time in years that Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Turkey, and Pakistan are reading from the same script. That's a big deal. It shows how isolated Israel and the US have become. Now let's talk about this board of peace. The idea is that Gaza will be temporarily governed by an international body led by Trump, including Tony Blair. Yes, that Tony Blair, the Iraq War Tony Blair. If you're a Gazan family who's lost everything, and you hear Tony Blair and Donald Trump are here to rebuild, do you feel hope? Or do you feel like the punchline of a cruel joke? This is why the plan feels colonial. It's not empowering Palestinians to govern themselves. It's outsourcing their future to the same people who profited from their suffering. Notice how every official statement emphasizes Israeli hostages but never says Israeli troops out. That's not an accident. By making hostages the moral center of the plan, Trump sidesteps the occupation. But you can't solve Gaza without addressing the occupation. That's like trying to cure a fever without touching the infection. Until Israel commits to a clear withdrawal and real Palestinian sovereignty, no plan will hold. The next 48 hours are critical. Iran is on alert. Russia is leaking intel. Gulf states are coordinating. Netanyahu is boxed in politically. And Trump is betting his legacy on a plan that critics call a surrender. If Hamas rejects it, Trump blames them. If Israel undermines it, Trump blames Netanyahu. Either way, Trump wins the headline. Palestinians lose the ground. This is the oldest play in the book. Control the narrative, not the reality. Look, I want peace in Gaza as much as anyone. Everyone watching this does. But peace without justice is not peace. It's just silence between bombs. And if Trump's plan is just another photo op, another noble fantasy, then Gaza becomes another line in a long list of American experiments in the Middle East. Experiments that cost real people their lives. So before we celebrate, ask the hard questions. Who controls Gaza under this plan? When do Israeli troops actually leave? Who funds reconstruction? What happens if Iran gets hit? And why are the same men who created yesterday's wars suddenly in charge of tomorrow's peace?